Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LTA North. Spring 2025.
The clock. Meanwhile, Team Liquid deciding to keep Yawn down here in the bottom lane. CoreJJ now, after taking a recall, going to move top, and he'll be laning up here with Impact. But yes, okay, you mentioned it. Feels like a minute ago already. Umpty's finally done killing this Earth Drake. It takes so long to kill the damn thing, but he finally gets the work done.
TL are going to be ready to go.
Yeah, they are. They're going in on Sven, who already tried to flash away. But with the Grand Starfall and the Equalizer together, surely they have enough damage. No, Vulcan there to save the day in time as Loki and Blabber have arrived. And Umpty and Impact have to find their exit. Umpty now in danger with a flashback out. A seismic shove into a first blood for Cloud9.
The team punish. Avengers arrive for Cloud.
Then they get the Equalizer over the top, but they just didn't have the damage. Impact didn't fully commit to it. Didn't want to flash in and go for it, but we have a fight back to live.
Back on live, Vulcan's in danger. He doesn't have the Unbreakable Will because he had to use it in the bottom lane, protecting Sven. So Team Liquid made a down payment in the bot lane fight, and they cash in mid.
Yeah, each one gets a kill, but TL get the objective afterwards with the better timing here. Oh!
CoreJJ in danger. Blabber doing a great job immuning the Keeper's verdict. Core almost gets away, but close isn't good enough. And now the objective that it looked like Team Liquid might have secured ends up going into the hands of Blabber and Cloud9.
All right, he's able to punish the Poppy this time around. Nice W there from Blabber. Able to dodge out on the ultimate, and they find their kill. Right back to it.
In the right spot.
There was a tiny crack between the wall and the other wall, and he was able to slip through it. For now, let's see about the re-engage, though, because Yon's on the bottom side.
Yeah, Yawn wants to try to poke these guys a little bit with the Mystic Shot. Sven now ready to join back up with Loki. CoreJJ channeling the Keeper's verdict, but it's a big miss. Now Vulcan with the counterattack here, going after Umpty. Bullet time over the top means that TL can't immediately re-engage, but now Vulcan is isolated. Unbreakable Will keeping him alive as Blabber has already secured the Rift Arrow to the side of C9. Vulcan still only at 100 HP, and Yawn takes him down. Umpty's made his way into the fight, but now a grand entrance should seal his fate. Beautifully done as Cloud9 claims the feat of warfare. APA wants to flash in to secure the kill on Sven, and he finds it, but now it's Blabber and Thanatos looking to kill the Emperor of Shurima, and they've got their man. They've got the powered up boots, not the cheap boots, just the boots from last year. I remember our conversation about this last week. Impact is not having a good time, though, up here as Thanatos and Blabber just immediately dogpile him, and Blabber's got kill number 3. Thanatos channeling the taunt, but he finds no target close enough to the wall to land it. C9 onto the Drake now as the Weaver's Wall flies out. Loki looking to create some space while the rest of C9 continues working on the Dragon, but the DPS is low. The health bar is not dropping quick enough. Umpty has made his way forward, but he's about to lose his shield. Now the focus onto the Team Liquid jungler, who has to flash away, and the Infernal Drake is already secured by Cloud9. APA gets over the wall, but Blabber hunts him down with the Dark and Daggers. Impact doesn't have the threat on the back to actually take down the C9 carries, and now C9 is on the hunt. CoreJJ falls to Blabber, a double kill for the Nefiri.
And now, with this large gold lead and the dragon lead, they can look at Yon.
Okay, Yawn's the target for Blabber with Sven's follow-up damage. There's no way for the Ezreal to get away from that one. Blabber is 8 out of 9 kill participation, completely taking over the game on this Nefiri.
He ulted, and he's immediately spamming the E to jump where Yon is going to jump. He's like, I know where you're going, and you're going back to the fountain, buddy.
Yeah, it's getting tough. Objective bounties spawning now at this point, and you look at the top lane tier 1 as well as an easy pick. Vulcan's just going to knock you away. That's not going to work.
Yeah, Umpty's ulti there just completely fizzles out. Thanatos now reinforcing with a grand entrance as C9 thinks about chasing further, but APA's got the Sun Disc to try to delay them. Again, I want to go back to how slowly this game started, because in less than 10 minutes from first blood, we now have C9 with a 6,000 gold lead, 2-manning the Otacon with everybody on Team Liquid alive because they just don't have to respect them. C9 is so far ahead in this game. The True Shot Barrage isn't going to do anything. The Thornbound Otacon claimed by a Cloud9 squad.
Get a big pick, try to kill someone, but C9's playing it really safe, and it feels like either Thanatos is the one moving up where he's just so tanky he's hard to pick off, or when Loki's in a side lane, Blabber's behind him.
And like we said in Champ Select, they're the ones with
nothing or nothing.
I'm going to bet you that TL are not going to fight this dragon.
Okay, I think you're right. I'm actually, I don't know if there is a nothing bet there, because I don't think that anybody's walking close to this pit as C9 acquires soul point status now. 6,500 gold lead. Otacon already in the pocket, feeling really, really good about the state of the
window and go for it.
Umpty, found by the taunt. Thanatos with the reverse Justice Punch, making sure that he does as much damage to the Team Liquid jungler as he can. And this is Tank Galio just completely slamming Umpty's Pantheon. Bullet time from Sven guarantees it. Thanatos just slowly walked at him until he died.
Here, let's see, can TL pull out the miracle now?
All right, I don't think so, because Team Liquid they've already lost their jungler. He died to the chicken suit, and that means
was kind of close.
The chicken suit set it up, the hot dog knocked it down. It's Baron for Cloud9 and a 9,000 gold lead.
Yeah, Cloud9 are looking unstoppable at this point. I mean, Umpty just had nothing to say about Thanatos walking at him. Umpty's still on one item. You know, Thanatos completely unfazed by anything he can do to him at this point. He is level 16 on the Galio, complete brick wall in the front line. He hasn't even based it a while, so I'm guessing he
flank at this point of a gold lead, because if he goes in, he is going back to the spawn platform the hard way. Tries to channel the Keeper's Verdict, at least knocks one of them out. But now, Vulcan with the Unbreakable Will is not an acceptable target. Loki just knocks Core right back off of him as Vulcan continues peeling, and APA is about to be the first to die. Core also dropping dead as Team Liquid's attempt is going to end in disaster. Yawn now has to try to escape from Blabber, who flashes forward to secure the kill. Impact wants to get away, and Loki is happy to send him home. Team Liquid is aced 5-0 in what is surely the final fight here, you would have to think.
I mean, Cloud9 are not messing around this week. They're going to destroy quite a lot of turrets. The death timers are still pretty shallow, but the damage is definitely there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Core got a flank, but that was a hummingbird flanking a grizzly bear. It was not looking like he had much of an opportunity to get anything done there. C9 crush him 14k. They know they couldn't end, so they just immediately TP bot. They get the tier 2 top. They get the tier 2 bot. They have taken all the outer towers.
The death timers.
Don't speak too soon.
Yeah, there we go. I got caught unawares by that one a little bit, as now the Weaver's Wall flies out. It zones Team Liquid away from being able to adequately protect the tier 3 turret. So the inhibitor line will now be broken. The same screen as this guy. There's your Infernal Dragon. There he goes. Infernal Soul locked in for C9.
My biggest takeaway from this one is how quickly good luck at the final defense.
Well, here it comes. The Weaver's Wall has arrived. Core JJ with a flash over it just to keep himself alive, but he still loses half HP. C9 with their Infernal Soul just trying to force their way into the base now. They do have 2 of these inhibitors opened up and vulnerable. They're going to go ahead and start putting the DPS in those already as Team Liquid scrambles to decide where they want to defend. Do they want to try to fight for the inhibs? Do they want to fight at the Nexus turret? Do they get a chance to fight at all as Core JJ is already down and Umpty's about to follow? It's bullet time, and Yawn's the third to die. C9 will win the game right there. This time, I am sure of it. C9 cleaning up that second inhibitor, going up top side to grab the wave. It's still 30 seconds on Core, Yawn, and Umpty as Blabber's just trying to make sure that Impact doesn't approach from a different angle. He and APA, the last 2 standing on the Team Liquid side, as Vulcan immediately finds a headbutt. The shuffle knocks him back into the fountain, so APA at least gets 1, but the Nexus turrets are already gone, and APA cannot stop them. C9 with a 19-4 scoreline. A seismic shove to try to make it even more, but it won't matter. C9 dominate game 1.
Can't believe how many raw seismic shoves Loki.
I feel like compared to mostly what Impact plays, like you basically want to be glued to a side lane on York, where Impact is known for grouping.
Well, that'll be the test for Team Liquid.
To Blabber now.
But Vulcan and Sven both ready to step up and also join in this fight. Vulcan with a dredge line onto the enemy jungler. Umpty is in danger. The Ishtal impact isn't getting him out. It's first blood for Blabber and C9 as Loki's joined the fight here too. The weirding from a nice slow means Core JJ has to try to flash away, but Yawn's already been locked up. A little bit more damage will seal the deal, and the dredge line's right there. One more auto might get it done. Flash coming out from Sven. And C9
got the Hunting Guy's components, so very quickly working towards that early Leandries. And he is going to be an amazing spot. Impact does hit level 6, summons the Maiden. He's going to use that to just push out that wave really quick. Because Thanatos held on to his TP.
Ooh, Sven taking a lot of damage here from Yawn and Core. The duo with the Lucian and Melio gets the damage they needed. Perfectly done.
They tilt. But Yawn and Core JJ.
Their APM gets really high, though, as they question mark ping you.
A lot of it's in the chat.
Yeah. Yawn and Core JJ, though, no tilt. They focus, they got their kill, and they go for their swap. So off of their kill on bottom lane, they swap.
Hey, that's still a lead. He still has more money than the other guy.
Doesn't matter if you're headed by an inch or a mile.
Oh boy, Yon's in some trouble now though as Vulcan immediately goes in for the ulti, but CoreJJ is doing a good job protecting his carry. Dredgeline from Vulcan finds Umpty as Blabber wants to make his way into the fight, finds a nice eep there onto the Skarner. Umpty a little bit more damage, claims the feat of warfare for C9 as they win the 3v3 and they're about to get even more. Yon wants to get away, a little bit more damage is required and Loki is happy to provide. Between Worlds sends Yon to the shadow.
Try and make a top side play, but Loki was playing very well.
The nice immediately goes for the flash engage for the Ishtal impact, point blank range to slam Loki into the wall.
Nicely
Don't give the Aurora a chance to get away from it. APA's got the follow-up burst and Team Liquid, now they're mining gold.
Yeah, that was really clean. They got a couple plates there. On the next wave, they can maybe actually just kill this tower straight up. We'll see if they want to stay around for it because it's going to be pretty close to that satchel range. APA is staying, so he wants to continue farming gold from that tower. It is a 1,000 gold lead for C9, but they have this clear point of power in the mid lane for TL, and we have seen this guy do it time and time again on the Ziggs. That's going to be the first tower.
I think that was
literally, if you lose it, it is really terrible, but they're looking potentially for a dive.
Exactly, they're bringing Umpty down, seeing if maybe they can force something here onto Thanatos, as the Mega Gnar is already used, but the Turbo Aggro doesn't go on to Impact, it only goes on to the little ghouls. Now Thanatos, he sees the backup arriving, the Mega Inferno Bomb takes care of him before anything else is even there. APA is citing his sources, and the source of all the hope for Team Liquid is the Ziggs.
APA didn't even have to go himself, so they can just immediately destroy this mid tower since they've got everybody here. And just like that, in the last 2 minutes, Team Liquid have been able to take top side, bottom side, and mid, plus the Rift Herald here, and with the Herald, plus the Ziggs, plus the Yorick, this thing goes down quickly too.
Yeah, they hard force down the tier 2 in mid, and now Team Liquid are the squad with a solid gold lead. Now Loki's going to equalize it yet again by taking the tier 1 turret down there in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, topside, Thanatos putting the pressure on the top tier 1. It's just turrets being demolished all over Summoner's Rift, as Impact at least goes into the top lane fast enough to save that turret from Thanatos. Now he's trying to chase after the Mini-Gnar, but Thanatos is doing a really good job kiting him out, now trying to kill the Maiden. Couple more auto attacks will do it, and there it is. That's what you've been
I'd recommend Team Liquid wait for Thanatos Mega Gnar to expire right now. Thanatos' Mega Gnar is about to go down in top lane. He does have teleport, but it's going to run out now, and he'll be exhausted. Then TL could make the move.
Okay, Impact's wrapping around from behind the Drake pit. Blabber has the Drake aggroed, but C9 not doing a ton of DPS to it. Now Team Liquid just diving in, going right after Blabber, and the C9 jungler is already down, but Yon's gonna be traded back as Loki manages to set up the kill for Sven. Now Vulcan's gotta try to escape, but Loki's still in the Dragon Pit, and Umpty's down now too. C9 have managed to find themselves a +1 trade overall, but the health bars are still low. Team Liquid backing away, neither side has a jungler, and APA still has a Mega Inferno Bomb. There's the opportunity to steal, and surely Cloud9 is aware of it. Impact and CoreJJ just trying to get a little bit of vision. APA wants to steal that objective away as the Mega Inferno Bomb comes in, but it's a little bit too early, and C9 secures the objective and ends
What's on the other side of it? They're pulling Otacon here.
Okay, Team Liquid's already got the Otacon down to half HP, trying to lure Cloud9 in, trying to force them to challenge. Impact has now made his way up to the top side. Recognizing that Loki doesn't have the ulti, Team Liquid knows they are in a stronger position here, and Thornbound Otacon is claimed by
all the way to secondary turret for TL, and then he goes in the same flank spot here at the Tri-Brush.
Okay, one bouncing bomb hits Blabber. The follow-up Comet connects as well. So Blabber already chunked by about a quarter of his HP. Yon taking some big damage though. The dredge line about to follow up with a depth charge as Thanatos wants his way onto the enemy AD carry. Yon is successfully peeled for, and Umpty's got a beautiful counterattack. Loki and Blabber have to scatter as C9 is now in some serious danger. A beautiful ultra fire kick from Melio takes down the enemy carry as C9 are collapsing. Loki, Blabber, and Thanatos trying to get away as Team Liquid have controlled the objective beautifully. The Ocean Drake is smoked down. Just about to half HP. Team Liquid is not stopping. C9 will have to challenge and find a way in here. TL now got the Baron down to 4K. Dredgeline misses from Vulcan. Baron down to 3,000. Umpty ready to maybe go after Loki here through the wall with the Ishtal. Impact tries to catch him, but Loki bounces back to the other side. APA finds him on the very edge of the bomb. Loki can't escape it. And with C9's mid laner down, TL's got a 5v4 with Baron still active. aggroed at 5,000 HP. C9 falls away, and APA Ziggs seals the deal.
Quick, cut to that fan sign that said APA greater than tons of poke damage here from Team Liquid. It's really going to be hard for Cloud9 now.
Well, they're being deep. Look at Loki. He's going to go way behind them. They're going to go for a final fight.
You can see him fly through the air there. Team Liquid now recognizing he's going towards that direction, so they're exiting the other way. Thanatos wants to make his way onto Yawn, but he can't find the angle here as Umpty tries to pull everybody back into the Mega Inferno Bomb. Thanatos gets a big Mega Gnar onto Yawn, but it's not big enough. He can't even slam him into the wall as Yawn's got the culling. Vulcan dropping fast. Umpty's got to be careful. Impacts on the flank here, but low HP on Yawn, and Umpty makes it hard for the rest of the team to follow up. Loki's got to try to get away. APA's unstoppable. Loki burns down again. Blabber's trying to fight in a 1v4, but it's not going to do enough. A little more damage will finish him off as Impact tries to deal with Ven, but the Corki comes out on top. Shut down over to the C980 carry. APA with the flash over the wall. He just don't miss. APA flashes in, gets back out, and gets the job done.
That one little blossom right there on the screen, the minefield of blossoms. APA gets it
You already
done.
called it out, Isaac. They forgot about it. They let it slip. They weren't doing their due diligence, and Team Liquid were happy to punish. As now C9 has to try to scramble to defend their mid lane. And hit Yawn. That was a very, very relentless pursuit. He goes in way too far, or does he? The follow-up isn't there. He can't be punished. It was a bait all along. And Team Liquid get the one kill of the fight and continue their pressure as Yawn backs away. The remaining 4 players take out the mid lane inhib. They'll walk top to put the pressure onto the top lane inhibitor since that turret is already gone here too. Should be able to grab both of these, and with 1 minute left on the clock until Baron, all the extra pressure is going to help them a lot as Yawn has made his way back into the fight now, healed up off of the camps. Core JJ's in a killing spree. Blabber is down. Thanatos dies to Yawn's bullets before he can go mega and try to heal up a little bit. Team Liquid now in a spot.
And actually almost deleted Thanatos, grabbing them the extra kill. So Team Liquid here, here's another look at it. Yeah, with the picture-in-picture, he goes up, he absorbed everything. The Aurora comes in, and then look at what you have to go through. This Ziggs minefield, Ziggs bombs, the Skarner makes it very easy for him to peel, and the Baron here is just deleted.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's the Breath of Life, there's the back-to-back shields, there's the Echoes of Helia shield, there's the Moonstone shield in healing.
But it's not going to work. APA has already found him. He's marked him and picked him off. There's no way that Loki can get in there and try to make this play work, as Ven now has to retreat, and the first Nexus turret is already down. C9 scrambling to try to defend, and now Team Liquid is ready to just full send this all the way. APA with a teleport straight in their face as Blabber's going to be the first target. C9 looking to go after Umpty, but that's not going to matter. Core JJ finally taken out by Loki. Umpty dies too. Yawn goes on a killing spree, but now a massive Mega Gnar right back the other way. Team Liquid went too hard, too far. It's a 4-kill fight for C9.
We saw this last week. 2 inhibitors down. Cloud9 clutch a team fight in their base, and they're going to survive. The soul is available for them to take. Are they actually going to be able to do this again?
They might. I mean, they're going for the soul right now. APA has no summoners. It would be so dangerous for him to stay around. He could try to throw a Mega Inferno Bomb and just pray he randomly gets it, but this is going to be very hard, and he has been spotted, so they know he's in the area now. I mean, this just came so much harder now for TL to actually close out this game.
Even before Vulcan saw him, they saw the Dragon attack one time over the wall, so APA was the nearest target for that Dragon to go after since he threw the bomb.
Map should be pretty easy for APA to blow up.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. As Umpty and Yawn now stepping closer into the Baron pit. The Baron is still being focused by C9, but it is not dropping quickly. Impact going after Thanatos for the 1v1 off on the right, while the 4v4 in the river might just erupt as the Baron is already down to 3,000 HP. Mega Inferno Bomb! APA steals it away! He just doesn't miss this game! As Blabber versus Umpty starting the fight, Vulcan has to flash away to try to escape as Team Liquid now trying to deal with Loki in the middle of everybody, but Loki has already killed off Core JJ. Yawn with a flash out, Ven with a flash follow. C9 has found the enemy AD carry, but Impact also killed Vulcan. C9 has only lost their support, and Impact dies to the rat-a-tat-tat of the machine gun blast as Blabber chases after Umpty. Team Liquid may have stolen the Baron, but everything else in the fight is all C9.
Cloud9.
The only one that will be left alive once Umpty gets chased down here is going to be APA. He preserves.
He has complete change in strategy. All these earlier fights that they're losing, he's going for Yon. Back-to-back fights they have won. He focuses core. It's all in on core. You just kill off the Emilio. It's way easier to do. He's still very, very strong. It's going to come down to execution. And core's got to find a way to both stay safe, himself, but also still stay close enough to Yon that he can protect him if they're going to go for him.
And Cloud9 are spreading into the 1-3-1 with their Elder buff. They're bringing Blabber over now from the top side to close the loop, push down the tower. Bottom side, Thanatos will be able to push in as well versus Impact. Even though in the previous fight, Impact was able to actually push Thanatos away.
Oh, big calling on Blabber. That's most of the bullets hitting again. Blabber down to 25% HP. Forced away from that tier 2 turret. Ocean Soul's going to heal him up, and Thanatos, all the meanwhile, was left alone in the bottom lane to remove that tier 2 from Summoner's Rift. There's less than a minute remaining on the Elder
With the Elder, then you can't just clear the waves and avoid the fight. Then you're forced to fight into the Elder, which you're going to lose. So we'll see if C9 tries to force their hand here and just look for a dive.
Okay, Mega Inferno Bomb trying to clear the wave out. Thanatos jumps over the wall. C9 ready to force down the tier 3 turret, and they've already got it. Team Liquid scrambling on the defense to hold C9 at bay. Mid lane inhibitor down, and C9 away from the rest of his team. C9's going to try to rush the Baron. Team Liquid is barreling down the mid lane, going after the C9 base. They have to get through an inhibitor, and then they have to go straight after the Nexus turrets. The Baron's going to get taken. Thanatos has to hold the line here. He's all alone. Team Liquid might just be going for the end of the game. Thanatos has to try to escape. The culling making its way into the C9 top laner, but it ain't going to do enough. Now Team Liquid is very far ahead, and everybody from C9 is already here. Impact down. Umpty on the run. Yon locked up as Blabber goes golden. A double kill back over to Loki. Umpty will be next to die. C9. They make the call to go for the Baron. Thanatos can hold on long enough. The Nexus turrets won't die fast enough, and Team Liquid is staring down a 2v5. APA barely escapes, but he's got a hell of a job ahead of him.
Yeah, there's only 30 seconds on Elder Dragon, so even if they couldn't go straight for the base, they could get that. It's APA against the world right now. Cloud9 on the brink of another miraculous comeback game.
And C9 have the Baron this time. It wasn't stolen away. APA cannot just Mega Inferno Bomb the wave to save the game.
There's no way.
He has to find some kind of a crazy outplay here, but C9's got everybody. Thanatos with the Mega Gnar back into the Nexus. APA's first death will be the death of Team Liquid, and C9 in a come-from-behind victory take this series 2-0.
Back-to-back weeks.